everyone, today we are going to discuss the new Shameless foundation by Marc Jacobs Beauty. Completely different than his old formula, the Remarkable, which was a very full coverage and also in a frosted glass bottle. So now the question is, what is this foundation all about? I wanted to tell you a couple cool things about this foundation and then apply this on for you guys to see. So first things first, the packaging is very different. It's now in a plastic clear tubing. The reason for that is so that you can actually see the color a little bit better. And I'm gonna pull them all out for you. So the point of that is so you can see the colors a little bit better and understand what shades you may be. The other thing, if you notice, now on all of the numbers, it'll either say R or Y. The reason for this is so that you know your undertones. If you are Y, you're yellow or warmer undertones. If you are an R, you're either cooler or more red undertones or pink undertones. So that is one really great thing about these that are supposed to be more friendly for you to shade match yourself. The other great thing is that they are all flex colors. So believe it or not, I can actually wear any of these three. This is 320, 340, and 370. So you can definitely see how flexible the colors are, and I will apply one on after we swatch for you to see which colors you guys like. The other thing I wanted to mention are a little bit about the ingredients. So this is an SPF 25 foundation. Normally, I'm not a fan of any foundation that says it has sunscreen because it's kind of deceiving. In order to get the amount of sunscreen that it says in any of the packaging, you would have to use a full tablespoon of that makeup, and nobody does. So you're kind of getting tricked by the amount of sunscreen that there really is. The point of difference between that and this sunscreen is that this is a new technology. It's an encapsulated formula, an encapsulated SPF. So what that means is that the SPF is encapsulated until it hits your skin, where it releases and you're actually getting active ingredients. So I've been using this sunscreen for a month now. I love it. I've gone outdoors with it. I've gone hiking with it. And I love the way it makes my skin look, and I actually have noticed some pretty decent sun protection. The other cool thing about this is that it has been tested for flashback, no flashback. So if you're going out one night or day to night and you're a little worried about having a sunscreen in your foundation, flashback will not occur. And in case any of you guys are wondering what flashback is, that is when you take a photo with flash and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, why is this weird casting on my face, or why does my face look so pale compared to my neck and body? Well, you will no longer get that with Shameless. The other thing I want to talk about is that it is buildable. It's a medium buildable coverage. The first time I heard that and tried it, I didn't think that. So I'm going to demo this product on and show you how to use it in order to actually get the right builds up of whatever coverage you are looking for. Of course, if you're looking for mega full coverage, definitely try the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation because that's exactly what that is. But if you are looking for something more everyday or something that you can kind of flex and be able to see your true skin, that is when Shameless comes into play. And Shameless is named Shameless because Marc Jacobs, in case you don't know, has this awesome tattoo on his chest that says Shameless. And what that's supposed to represent is be true to who you are, be yourself, embrace some of those flaws, whether it's freckles or age spots or a scar even. But at the same time, it's all about looking what's beautiful for you. So making sure to still even your skin tone and just show that radiance through. So I'm going to take off this makeup except for my eyeliner and mascara, and we can get started. So to start, I'm going to prime my face. You can either use the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer, or in this case, I'm using the Kat Von D Primer. Both are a water-based formula that are hydrating, and I'm more normal to dry skin, so I definitely don't need a matte formula. On my skin right now, I just have my Trooper eyeliner and my Velvet Noir mascara. So just an eyeliner and mascara, and I've come in with a bare face. I like to apply my primer with my fingers. You can use a brush or a sponge if that's how you prefer. And what I wanted to show you are the different shade ranges. So since Shameless is super flexible in color, you might notice that you'll match a couple different shades. And at that point, it's really up to you if you'd like to look a little tanner, a little lighter. So the colors that we're gonna match on me are gonna be Shameless 320, 340, and 370. So I'm gonna put a stripe of each for you guys to actually see. You might not notice that much of a difference, and again, that's because they are flexible in their shade ranges. So the first color is gonna be 320. The second color is gonna be 340. And the last color is 370. So I'll blend them a little bit on the top so you guys can just get an idea of the colors when they blend. But here is all three of them blended in. So 370 is usually when I put on a self tanner and like to look a little tan. So that's when I would recommend that color for me. On a normal day, I'm probably either 340 or 320. So today, let's do the lighter color and do 320. So I'm just gonna take this all off with my beauty blender. And the brush I'm going to use is the Face Brush by Marc Jacobs. It's the #2 face brush. I love it because it's got a lot of dense bristles. You're gonna get a lot of product on and you can easily blend out. I'm gonna only apply on half my face, so hopefully you guys can see the amount of coverage. The cool thing about this technology is that it is self-setting, so give it a second to dry before you blend in, especially if you're looking for more coverage. Since I'm more normal to dry on a day-to-day, the fact that this is self-setting I love, because that's one extra step that I don't do now. So I no longer put a setting powder on because on a day-to-day I don't need it. So what I wanted to do first is show you guys now, when you blend it in, how flawless that looks. And for not wearing concealer, pretty good. Since this is buildable, we can go back again with our 320 and add more. The first time I applied this product on, I didn't realize that it was self-setting, so I knew that it was buildable, so I put on my layer and I didn't really notice much of a difference because I didn't let it wait to dry. So make sure that you definitely do wait to let it set, because if not, you're gonna just keep rubbing around that one layer. And always blend into your ears and down your neck. Especially if you're like me, where there's sometimes not an exact match with your skin tone, you definitely want to make sure you're blending down. So I hope you can see a difference from one side to the other. This side's definitely more even. And again, the point of this foundation is not to be full coverage. It's supposed to show your true radiance, and instead just kind of even out your skin tone so that you do have that like supermodel fashion forward glow that you'll see in magazines, and you can still see their freckles or their flaws and wonder how is it that their foundation just looks so natural. So that's exactly what Shameless is all about. And now I'm going to go back and apply my product on the other side for you guys as well. If you guys are usually beauty blender people, feel free to use your beauty blender with this. I have tried it and it works really well, but I am a brush girl. For the most part, I like to use my beauty blender for my concealer. And you can use really any dense kabuki brush that you like. The more dense the bristles, the more pigment you're gonna get onto the brush, which means the more coverage you can get. It also, for me, means the more I get to buff in, so I can kind of manipulate the product however I like. So that's it for the foundation. Now I'm just gonna, do my last little step and put on my concealer. I am using the KVD concealer, number M17. and that's when I take my beauty blender. So here is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about Marc Jacobs Beauty's Shameless foundation. If you guys have any comments, please leave them below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Thank you. Let me wipe my fingers first. You're gonna sunscreen.